Hello, so basically my stepdad was getting rid of these trousers and they're like men's workwear construction kind of trousers by Sight, and funny enough I don't wear a lot of construction wear, but I still wanted to do something with them, mainly because of how many pockets they have. Oh, they're actually kind of cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I thought I'd turn it into a dress, because what girl doesn't love a dress with pockets? To start off, I seam ripped the trousers until it was just a flat bit of fabric. Once that was all flat, I made a mock-up with a bedsheet just on my dress form, just so I had like a rough idea of kind of what I wanted the shape of the dress to be. And I landed on like a kind of a bodycon, one of those. I tried to trace out that bedsheet mock-up onto the trouser fabric. However, I kept finding that all the pockets that I loved were getting in the way, so I ripped those off. Yeah, I started off with the top, cut out a vague kind of top shape. Most of this project is me just cutting, like, because the jeans are all like patchwork. Well, it's not patchwork, but it's all different sections of fabric. So I just rip out a section, put it on my dress form and see what kind of shape I could pin it into. The sides of the bodice are like the ankle parts of the trousers. Now, all throughout doing this and like cutting out, pinning it, having a go at sewing it, my sewing machine was struggling. Basically, what keeps happening is I do like 3 stitches and the thread breaks, and it kept happening. I've taken apart my whole machine, I've cleaned the whole thing out, I've changed the needle, I filed down the plate tucking thing. It works for another material, but it does like, oh my god, I'm going mad. And I just googled it, and apparently cotton fabric, no, oh my god. And anyway, after that, the machine worked. It works so easily now. Oh my god. But I needed something to close the back of the bodice. I did this in my Guinness corset video and it kind of worked. So I've been saving ring tabs from all like soda and beer cans because they work really well as grommets for the backs of corsets. Once they're in place, I popped the bodice on inside out and pinned where I definitely wanted the darts to be in the front and sewed that in place. I then got back to ripping up more of the trousers because I needed to start making the skirt. I decided to use the cool, because on the jeans it had like these cool knee pockets. Oh my god, is that a knee pocket? What the fuck? When I put those knee parts on, I tried to do this throughout. I tried to line up the seams of the different panels just so it all kind of matched a little bit more and looked a bit more cohesive and less like a dress that I'd made out of an old pair of work trousers. Next, I sewed a panel in the front. I needed to bridge that gap in between the 2 leg parts, and so I used another panel of fabric, which I think by the shape of it is like from the ass of the trousers. So yeah, pinned that in place, and it started to look a bit like a dress at this point. I then used another panel in between the little gaps in the knees and the middle bit. After that, I used to look at the back of the dress because I'd kind of been ignoring it. I wanted the dress to be, yeah, fitted and like a bodycon, but it's a bit like tricky to work out shapes like when you're making something. That's like my back, that's got to be an arse, so surely that's the curve. That seems excessive, but yeah, I tried it on a bunch, sewed it, altered it, sorted it out, and then it fit. Next, I made some straps. The straps are made out of another panel of like the butt part of the jeans. Under the armpits of the dress were kind of fraying and going to be a bit difficult to hem because of the zipper pockets that I'd got on the front. I used a bit of the waistband of the trousers to cover that and also attach the straps to it. And I think it looks really cool actually. I also added a zipper to the back of the dress just to help me get it on. And then it was coming to the end. And this was the fun bit, for me at least, was that I had all these like leftover detail bits. So I had a load of pockets that I'd ripped off earlier. And I also had the Sight logo and 2 belt loops. And in these clips, ignore that my carpet is covered in black thread. This thing shed so much, it was like a dog. I then got to add these little detail-y bits to the dress, which was really fun. It sounds stupid because this whole dress is just me customizing it, but adding little details feels like I'm adding accessories and like fun stickers onto it. After that, the dress was done. I hoovered my room because the floor is still, I'm looking at it, there's still black thread everywhere and I think there's going to be forever, but that's fine. And that was it. The dress was done. I had 2 leftover pockets and a scrap of fabric, so I made a matching bag for the dress. And I find it really funny that these like manly workwear trousers are now a bodycon dress and a matching purse. It kind of reminds me, when I look at it, of like, you know when Balenciaga and fancy brands will make clothing that's already dirty and ripped and then sell it for $900. This is actual weathered fabric that has been worn by my stepdad in a building yard for multiple years. I really like the details, especially along the top, the shape of the neckline, how the bodice fits. It kind of looks a bit like a corset, and it's got the zippers still that you can still like undo and do up. All the pockets still work. So it's functional and fashionable. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video and see you in the next one.